Triple jump is a really unique event where you jump and land 3 times repetitively until you hit the sand. It's kind of a daredevil event in track and field. When done properly, you literally feel like you're on the moon and you're just bouncing along. If done correctly, it's probably the most beautiful thing in all of track and field. You literally feel like you're flying. But if you do it wrong, you feel like you're crashing. It's a crazy event for crazy people. Imagine running full speed, jumping off of an 8-inch board, and then landing on the exact same leg and going again. It's like something like 7-8 times your body weight, plus the speed and your mass onto one leg. Like, it physically shouldn't be possible, but it works. So you gotta be a little bit crazy to do what we do. To a lot of people, track is just a sport, but again, to me, it's a lifestyle. Physically, you've got to be dynamic. You've got to be, for lack of a better term, bouncy. It helps to be able to jump, to have some leaping ability. Short approach in training is about 8 strides. You're thinking maybe about 40 feet. Once you go into actual competition, short approach is 12, 14, or 16 strides. Sometimes at the world class level, they go 18 to 20 strides. So you're looking at anywhere between roughly 85 feet to 120 feet long. Drive phase is the part of the approach where you begin to break inertia. Normally you're standing still or you have a small run-in, but you still have to get up to speed. So if you were a car, picture that you're in first, second, and third gear. So after you've accelerated through takeoff, leaving the board is like your last full running stride. If you think jump, you tend to go a bit high. But leaving the board is kind of like an airplane. You gradually begin to lift off at full speed at the same time. So that's where it can be a little bit scary. I describe it as jumping off the edge of the Grand Canyon and believing that you're going to land and take off again. You have to be a little bit fearless at that point, because if you stop or slow down, the jump can't happen the right way. Going into the next phase is called the step, or second phase. Second phase is a big bound. So you're landing on that same leg. That's the tricky part about triple jump, is you take off, you have to cycle that leg through, get the foot to the front, and then use it again. That is where most triple jumps go to die. So after the foot is cycled through and you've applied pressure, so you have to jump again off of that same leg, then you raise the opposite leg into what looks like, your legs look like 2 L's. One is bent behind you, and you're jumping or bounding through the air on the second phase. Into third phase, which is the jump phase going into the pit, where you actually pick your feet up and you land in the sand.